Hi everyone, good evening. Welcome to today's session. I'm Suprita. I'm your learner success manager for today's session. So before we move ahead with the session, please give me a quick confirmation. Is my voice is loud and clear? Please use the chat box. Thank you for the confirmation. So let me do a quick audio check with our trainer. Hello Anand sir, please let me know if you can hear me loud and clear.
Hi, Suprita ma'am. Very good evening. I can hear you, ma'am.
Thank you for the confirmation sir. We can also hear you clearly sir. You can go ahead with the session sir.
Thank you. Hey, hi, everyone. Yeah, very good evening. We are at hi, Devakaran. So we are at 8 now. Let's wait, guys, 6 7 minutes so that others can join, guys. I hope everyone submitted all of the earlier assignments. Is anyone yet to submit any assignment? We all are cool. You guys have submitted all the assignments, right? Mm-hmm. Perfect. Cool. All submitted. Yes, sir. Okay, Hilda. Okay, project handoff. Yes, all submitted. Perfect. 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 Let's wait, guys. So, Hilda, you will be able to submit, right, within few days. Yeah, project handoff. Yeah, you guys will be able to submit in few days, right? Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's wait, guys. 2 to 3 more minutes, then we'll start. No, Kevin. As per my knowledge, I need to still check, but I think out of four, you need to complete one. You can choose any one. I'll let you know in brief when we'll start that module. I'll let you know in brief. Okay? Yeah, four will be over later. One will be there. Yes, yes. Perfect, Srinivas. We are at 17 now. Okay. Yes, Divakaran. Anyone. Anyone. Yes. We'll have one assignment for this module, and then you guys will straightforward jump to the capstone project. And once you submit the capstone project, and after successful completion, yeah, you will move to the next module. Perfect. Okay. Nothing, Priyank. What I was saying is after this module, that is AR VR, okay, we will jump to this thing, capstone project, where out of four, you need to choose one. When the time comes, I'll let you know in detail. Okay, so we are at 6:10. Let's get started, guys. Okay, so okay, yes, Srinivas, you need to, yeah, you need to choose one. You need to choose one out of that thing. Let me check right away. 1 second, guys. Simply learn. Let me share the screen. Hope you all can see my. Okay, the Vakran has shared something. Yeah, let's see. Let's see that. Mm-hmm. Okay. And hope you guys are also attempting this one, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Guys, can you give me a quick confirmation? Am I audible? Thank you, ma'am. Yes, perfect. So you need to attempt one out of four. Okay, one out of four. Is that clear? Choose any one. Okay, perfect. We'll let you know in detail if there are any changes. I'll let you know. Okay, I also get a, yeah, one out of four as per my knowledge, but I'll get a confirmation once again. And when we'll start with that module, okay, I'll let you know in detail. Okay, I'll tell you about the capstone project. No need to worries. Let's first focus on AR VR, and then I'll connect with you for this thing. Okay, guys. When the module will come, I'll let you know in detail everything. No need to take worries or tension now. Okay, I'll let you know. Okay, 1 second. Okay, now. Okay, cool, perfect. No need to take tension. All is okay. Perfect. With that note, guys, first let's get started with this thing, our AR VR, and then we'll talk about each thing in detail. Okay. So with that note, let me start Figma. One more update. What I will do from now is, in the same slide, I'll keep on updating the lessons. Like for class 1, class 2, class 3, and class 4, all will be actually available in one slide of Figma slides basically. And when the classes are over, I'll keep on posting it, guys. Okay. So that is one update from my side. Okay. Cool. You all got it right, what I told. So in the link will be same, and I'll keep on updating the link. Okay, I'll keep on updating the link, guys, for the Figma slides. The same link will be updated across multiple classes. Okay, perfect. With that note, huh, mhm, let me share my screen. Perfect. We are at 23. Let's get started, guys. Let me share my screen. Okay, hope my screen is visible. So, introduction to HCI and AR VR will also touch base MR XR. Before getting started, I would like to tell you something about this one. So, human computer interaction, augmented reality, virtual reality, all these are the advanced form of UX. Okay, I won't say UX, but I would say like these are the trendy things which are there in the market right now. And here, when you will be joining as UX designer, okay, so don't feel like this will be the areas or this will be the field where you will be completely, engaged. It is kind of an add-on knowledge that you should have in your in your pocket, okay, so that if something comes towards this, you can answer this. Okay, you should know all the basics of it. You should know how to go about it, and you should know, uh, like, if someone asks you something about this, so you should have a basic idea of this. Okay, now, taking that into consideration, try to understand the concepts here. There will be few tools, okay, like, that we will take, but try to understand all the concepts. If someone asks you other than that, then you should be able to answer. At least you should know what exactly is there. Okay, so introducing HCI and AR and VR. Okay, so did you know Mark Zuckerberg predicts that smart glasses, so recently he has talked about smart glasses which will gradually replace smartphones by 2030. How do you think our interactions with technology will change when smart glasses replace smartphones? So, how do you think how the interactions will be there when smart glasses will replace the smartphones? Quick answers, guys. What do you think? When we will communicate with the smart glasses, earlier we will having, like, we used to those kind of phones, right, where lots of keypads and all these things will be there, right? Then we switched to smartphones, correct? So there were no much of buttons and all. Now it is totally touch based. In the same line, if smart glasses will be there, what do you think? Okay, if everyone will be used, it can be replaced. Okay, touch plus there will be oral. Okay, okay, eye interactions maybe. Okay, perfect. So yeah, yeah. Zero UI, only voice, automated gestures for scenarios. Perfect. Something to the same line. So what will happen is, first let me put it into presentation mode. So Mark Zuckerberg's prediction point towards a shift from screen-based interaction to ambient. Okay, always an experience. So these could be the likely changes. First, as told by, I think, Priyank, hands-free and voice first. Less tapping, more speaking and gestures. Okay, so right now what we do is we tap. Let's suppose we need to open Teams, so we go open Teams. Okay, here something will be, maybe I'll speak, hey, open Teams, and it will be open for me, and I can see all the messages, all the chats. Okay, then augmented reality, I'll tell you. So you will be able to see the virtual element in the physical world. Don't get confused right now. I'll tell you in detail what I'm actually menting for this. Okay, so you will be able to see the virtual thing in the this one, real world. For example, you might go to the shopping mall. Okay, and if you are wearing that glasses, like augmented reality supported glasses, then while scanning or while simply seeing the product, all the description, how much calories, what is the price, everything you'll be able to get to know. So something will move. Okay, you can see the more information about it. So you can feel virtual objects in the physical environment. Okay, then screen dependency may reduce. Okay, for example, whether, like, I need to check, hey, whether I've carried my mobile or not. Okay, one second, guys, let me switch on the fan. So the dependency on the physical device will disappear. For example, uh, like, okay, this is there and all. While wearing that thing only, you will get all the informations. Okay, based upon your location, based upon the intent, based upon the behavior in real time, you will get to know about the context, you will get to know about the information. And it is something like blend, or you can see the mixture, or how to say fusion, basically fusion of digital versus physical. Okay, so UX will move from opening apps to living inside experiences. You will be able to see, you must have seen that Iron Man or something like this. Okay, the Hollywood, the moment, or even that uh, the Transformers series, if you have seen that. So by scanning only, that the person can see, can feel, can know all the informations. Yes, right, right. Yeah, there will be challenges, Divakaran, but they will figure it out. So usability will be there for sure, and based upon the usability only, it will be launched. Okay, in a better way. Okay, perfect. So mostly you can think it will be a blend, guys. Okay. So with that note, what we are going to learn today is we'll learn the key principles of HCI, that is human computer interaction. We'll talk about AR, VR, and MR. We'll also touch base bit of XR, that is extended reality, and we'll see how the augmented reality is accessible through certain platforms. With that note, let's first jump into fundamentals of human computer interaction. Okay, so here you see what is HCI. So it is basically a study of how humans interact with computers and digital systems, right? So how the interaction is basically happening between humans and digital platforms. So here few things are there, like we'll take a detailed look on each of the principles. But for now, you see here we have speech language, psychology, information security, cognitive science, ethnography, engineering, sociology, design, human factor and ergonomics, and computer science. Okay, now, so you see computer science, how it is basically helpful in an interaction between human and computer. So it will basically build the technology like apps, systems, interfaces. Design, what design will do? Design will make it clear, user friendly, intuitive, so that I can use it. Psychology means how user thinks, behave, and make decisions. Okay, so psychology will come in that part. Cognitive science means like attention, perception, memory, all these things. Human factors will like comfort, whether I am able to use it or not. Socialism means how people will interact to a social or cultural context. Engineering means whether it is scalable or not, like I can expand it or not, can integrate certain solutions or not. And ethnography will do, like it will observe real users in real environment. Means we'll be able to see, okay, these are the users, and accordingly you'll be able to observe the real users in your environment, in your surrounding. And security is there, like your user data, safety, all this thing will be here. And speech language pathology means it will help in design voice and communication system. So in total you think like this. So, for example, right now, if I wanted to create one smartphone, okay, so to create one smartphone, I need to think of whether it will be scalable or not, whether whatever I am creating it will be useful or not, how user is going to communicate with this smartphone, whether it will be sleek, slim to use, whether it will be long lasting or not, whether it is safe or not. If user is putting or pouring the data inside the smartphone, then, or maybe all the photos or videos, whatever he's capturing from that smartphone, it is safe or not, it is trustworthy or not. So the manufacturer needs to think of all the things. In the same line, while having an interaction with the digital platform, okay, using all these technologies, disciplines that will involve is computer science, where like the technology will come in front. Design means whether it is user friendly or not. We'll also think of the human, like how they think. For example, in smartphone, what we think, okay, in the right I can touch and I can open. In the left there will be power, this one, sound up, sound down, like volume up, volume down, all these things. So in the same line, psychology will be there in that scenario also. Science will be there for memory, attention, perception. So everything will be actually counted while creating all this uh, future ready devices, guys. Okay, so in the same way, we'll think of what exactly is the role of HCI in AR and VR. So AR and VR basically stands for augmented reality and virtual reality. I'll tell you that in detail. Okay, so the role of HCI, that is human computer interaction, is basically how user is going to interact with virtual and augmented environment. Okay, it is that simple. For example, as I told, smart glasses. Okay, so smart glasses interface showcase how it is accessible and how it will be actually useful for the user. Okay, how user will see it, how user is going to interact with it. Okay, so this is the role of human computer interaction. So simply you need to think of how the interaction will happen with uh, these digital platform by human. Okay, that is there. So there are few key principles that HCI, that is the interaction, should focus. Okay, for an enjoyable systems. For example, if I need to create some smart glasses, okay, so to create those smart glasses I need to think of few key principles. Okay, so first is user research, second is UX, user experience, then interactions. Multimodal interactions means like I'll be able to interact in many ways. Feedback mechanism and locomotions means the movement. Okay, let's talk about all these principles in detail. Okay, so user research, for example, I need to prepare my smart glasses where I feel where I'm giving a commitment that by this one user will be able to make calls, see the world, see the different products in a better way, can scan the things, can see the virtual objects in the physical world, all these things. So to do that, what should be done is, first you need to do the user research. For example, you need to understand the user, who are they, what are the problems do they face, and the same way we'll conduct the interviews, we'll conduct the surveys and testing, will get to know about their idea, what exactly, like who are they and what are the problems they are facing. For example, they might say while using the phone it is very difficult. For example, if I'm going somewhere, okay, and I put up a some places in Google Map. Okay, so I need to again see, so that itself a physical device. Okay, I need to see. But in smart glasses you can drive and you can see, oh, this is the road by which it is going. So you need to understand the problem that they are facing and what are their expectations. Once that is done, we need to find out the UX, like it should be clean, it should be easily achievable. Like if they wanted to see, they wanted to enter inside a VR mode and they wanted to see, let's suppose some gaming world, they went inside a movie theater and with their smart glasses they wanted to see the movie, the entire thing in the 3D. So you must have seen certain 3D movies also where they provide different specs outside the theater and by which you can feel the picture in the 3D environment. So in the same way, how easily and with the usefulness you can provide the solutions to the user. Once that is done, then it will be multimodal interactions. Like in different ways, you should allow users to interact with the system, like touch, voice, gestures, keyboard. Okay, so in AR and VR, keyboard will be very less, but touch, voice, or gestures will be there. For example, my glasses are there. I simply tap like this, and I can change the mode. With the voice I can open something, with a gesture like this, or with my blink of eyes, something like this. There will be multimodal interactions. Once that is done, we should always have a feedback mechanism for and it is one of the quite thing nowadays also. So here basically you should give indicators, you should give success messages. Okay, like if something is happening, you should say, hey, this is going on and this is done. Like you should keep your user engaged, you should keep your user informed for whatever is happening in the system. And locomotion is basically how users move and navigate through a system or a space. For example, scrolling, clicking. So scrolling will be very less, like clicking, transitions, AR and VR movement, all these things will be coming under the locomotion. So just an idea guys, here basically while doing the implementation, you should follow a user research, you should know what exactly is their requirement, as it was earlier. And in the same line, what should happen is, like you should understand the basic UI, or you can say the overall UX, like whether they are enjoying or not, whether they are able to successfully complete their task or not. Once that is done, like different modes of interactions. Okay, different modes of interactions. Okay. So different modes of interactions, and once that is done, all the feedback mechanism, and as it will move along with you, so you need to think of how it is going to interact, like in locomotion, like whether touch, tap, some gestures, all these things will be there. For now there are certain apps you must have seen, like by just rotating like this, it will change the mode in certain apps. So that will be there in the future, where the system, where the application will actually act very very smartly. So to just give an idea, overall, it will be something where everything will be taken into consideration, like the entire UX process, user research, and how basically user will be interacting with the system. So the entire thing, the entire interaction, we need to, as a UX designer, we need to think of how enjoyable it will be when user will be interacting with the system, how easy it will be for the user, and we need to keep them informed about what is happening through different interactions, maybe voice, maybe touch, maybe gestures, something like this. Okay, this is just an overall idea guys. Is it clear? You got you like, yes, Men in Black, perfect, right. So you got bit idea like what we are talking about. Yes, others, just an idea, we have lot to cover. Yeah. So in Hollywood movies and all, you must have seen they carry the map like this, they open this. So what they are doing, it is basically mixed reality. So they are basically interacting with a virtual object in real world. Okay, I'll talk about in detail. Don't worry. Now let's move further first. So this is done. Now, key principles of HCI. Okay. So earlier we talked about this one. Now let's talk about this one. So HCI focuses on designing usable, efficient, and enjoyable systems. Okay. So here are a few more things. Like we need to think of context awareness, graphical overlays, immersion and presence, accessibility, and ethical consideration also. So context awareness means, like you should to understand, you need to understand basically, means designer need to understand basically in what situation user is. Okay, like location, time, or devices. For example, a map. Okay, a maps app showing nearby places based on your current location. So the same thing, for example, if you are going somewhere, let's suppose you are going from Delhi to let's suppose Gurgaon. So at that time, they will show, hey, these are the areas where you can refuel your tank. You can have short break. So these type of context awareness, like this, these kind of suggestions, personalization should be there. Then graphical overlays means how the digital elements are added on the real world. and how it is going to help user. For example, AR filters. You must have seen the Snapchat filters, right? People are making many faces and all these things. So what exactly it is doing? It is basically augmented reality. Means we are basically generating virtual elements or virtual object into the real world. Okay, I'll tell you that. No worries. So, like AR filters on Instagram, as I told you, or directions shown on live camera view. So, all this graphical thing will be there. Then, immersion means we will give a experience. For example, in VR games and all, you must have seen certain globes and all this VR screen, VR camera, and all these things. You can put that and you can sit on certain chairs or some in some environment, and you can feel. You will be totally cut off from the real world, and you will actually enter inside a virtual world. Okay, and in that world, you will be totally cut off. Okay, and you will feel like you are a part of that world, but in reality you are not. So we need to give certain experience where user feels like they are fully inserted in that one, fully involved in that one. Okay, and apart from this, we should give accessibility. So someone also asked me a few minutes back, like it will be difficult for the disabled. So there will be a considerations like for disabled peoples, like we should give a way by which they should see. For example, with low or maybe weak eyes, we should give a high contrast mode. We should give some subtitles. We should give some screen readers. Okay, with some voice. Okay, there should be some way by which they can, maybe if person is not very good at certain languages, or not very fluent, or maybe struggles with speaking, then there should be some way by which they can touch and they can simply access it. So accessibility, the way WCAG is there, okay, in the same way accessibility should also be there in the consideration. And at the end it should be ethical consideration. Means uh, safety, privacy, all the things will be there, so that no one can misuse that one. For example, if smart glasses is there, so while wearing only, if you, let's suppose, if you blink your eyes, then after certain blinks, or it adjusts your pattern, or maybe face recognition, or maybe eye recognition, those privacy features should be there. This is known as ethical consideration, and it should be there. Likewise, for smartphone we have this touch, right, fingerprint, all these things are there. In the same way, it will be there in the future technologies as well. So good HCI design means human computer interaction wherever it is. Okay, so you need to understand user, you need to support them visually, and they should feel engaged while using your application. And you should include everyone and everyone's data. Everyone means all the disabled peoples, all the able peoples, everyone. You should think of all the guidelines, everything, and the data, the privacy should be there. If you are combining all this together, then it is a good HCI design. Means the interaction that you're providing between human and computer, that is good. Okay, so you should consider all this stuff. Now, okay, let me see certain chats. Yes, 4D visuals. Right. So now applying HCI principles. Okay. Now let's see. Half life. Alex sets a benchmark for how HCI principles can be applied to create an exceptional AR VR gaming experiences. Okay, so just now we talked about context awareness, means adapting to real world environment by detecting obstacles and syncing movements. For example, in the real world environment you should detect the obstacles, and accordingly the movement should be theirs. Okay, maybe for example you can think of graphical overlays, like where you need to highlight the object with which the player can interact. For example, in certain gaming and all, you must have seen they give all these guns. Okay, you can use all these guns. So all these are basically graphical overlays. Immersion, as I told you, through certain realistic physics or textures, or maybe a lighting for deep visual immersion. So users should feel engaged. And accessibility means, as I told you earlier, everything should be customizable in control. Okay, they should feel like okay, user can, multiple diverse user can use it. They can have customizable option. If someone is not good with the colors, so there should be some option like high contrast mode, all these things. And at the end, there should be a way by which user can maintain the privacy. All the data are safe. Okay, in the same way, user will be able to, or you can say user will be able to enjoy that interaction. And being a designer, you need to, being a designer basically, you need to think of context aware graphical overlays. Immersion means context. You need to think of the environment, all the graphical things, like it should be easily accessible to the user. Like you should show these are the way, these are the path, this is the where you need to go. Immersion and presence means with your thing, user should feel engaged. User should feel how to say, motivated, or they should feel like using it. It should be accessible to wide audience, like low eyes, weak eyes, young, Gen Z, millennial, old man, everyone. And with keeping all the data, all the things private, like it should be safe. And once that is done, you should think of user research also, experience also. As I told you, you should first understand all the preferences, the environment where they are going to use. And once that is done, the entire user experience should be good. Like you should do prepare interaction in a way by which it is fully in control by the user. You should give a gesture based multimodal thing should be there. And you should give a clean UI so that they can feel like using it. The overall experience should be enjoyable to the user. And as these are the smart gadgets, or you can say smart things, so you should support gestures, commands, how to say, like voice, what not you can think of, this should be there. And as I told you earlier also, for any action, like what exactly is going on in the system, it should be there. So you should provide a real-time visual, audio, and feedback. And apart from this, like whether you are moving, or how to say, you are at a place, so basically the entire locomotion or the transferring of the things, like if you are using, sitting, playing, whatever you are doing, or maybe traveling, driving, everywhere it should be perfect. It should not feel like, hey, only at an idle position it should be there. So offering teleportation, smooth locomotion, and physical movement to enhance comfort, right? So in the same way, it should feel like at multiple scenarios or situations. So by this way, you can provide an how to say, a smooth experience to the user, guys. Okay, you guys got bit idea till here. Then we'll move to some theories. I think it's clear. I've again repeated everything. Okay, perfect, perfect. Now let's move ahead, guys. HCI theories. So here are a few theories and models that have influenced HCI and solve real world design challenges. Okay, so we must have uh, heard all this earlier also, few of them, like Fitts law. So Fitts law, as I told you earlier, so it basically focuses on relationship between target size and distance. Okay, so you will be able to how to say, it basically helps designer to optimize element placement for quick interaction. For example, here in the this one, the Zoom's call itself, the leaf is at the right bottom. Okay, so the size, what should be the size and where it is basically placed, that is basically defines the Fitts law. Here in the HCI theory, or maybe here in the share presentation in the top, okay, or maybe this, I can't make it so big, so it will not look good. So the relationship between the target size and distance is so important. That is Fitts law. Hicks law is like impact of choice quantity on decision time. For example, it guides designer to simplify options. For example, if I give you multiple options like 3, 4, 5, 6, so you will get confused. Okay, so I need to give you simple options so that you can quickly choose it and it is usable for you. For example, let's suppose you are in a VR world where you are playing some game. Okay, and inside the game, if I give you lots of complex options, you will feel stuck. You will feel, hey, what is this? I'm not getting it. So it will be a disengagement, right? You will not be able to use it, so it's not basically usable. So to increase the usability, to make the usability better, okay, Hicks law is there for designers' help. Then we have Shinnerman's eight golden rules. Okay, so it basically emphasizes consistency, simplicity, and feedback. Okay, so obviously feedback should be there. It should be simple and consistent. Means the entire thing, whatever you are designing. Okay, so it should be a consistent. We all know, being a UX designer, so whatever the buttons or whatever the interface that you have used, the same should be there, and also it should be simple. So if it is there, then the screens or the UI or the interaction will be basically intuitive and user friendly. Then we have mental models. So mental models are basically to perceive system and encourage designers to align interface with user expectation for easier understanding. So basically here we perceive how the system will be used by the users. Means it will be basically saying how users perceive, means take any system. Okay, so we can align, means designer will be able to align the interface with the user expectations for easier understanding, like what are their expectation, how what they feel. For example, while opening any video app, okay, so you feel like, hey, some videos will be there, I need to click on certain videos and it will open and I can see, right? So you have a perception, you have something in your mind, and you feel like in a chatting app, you feel like, oh, on the left all the members will be there, I tap, I can chat. So you feel like, hey, it should work like this. So that is their mental model. So you need to understand, and gestalt principles we know all earlier. Okay, so it basically describes how the grouping, the visual elements will be there, like simple UI, they should not be clutter, everything should be organized, the layout should be good. Okay, so these are basically, guys, few HCI theories. Okay, I think there is nothing much here. So I think it is clear to you. So I'll again repeat. So Fitts law, like what should be the size? Like let's suppose inside a button you can't place very long text. Okay, so it's not that good. So size and distance matter. Hicks law means you should give how to say, less choices or simple choices so that user can quickly see it. Eight golden rule means like consistency, simplicity, feedback, all these, all things should be there. Mental model means you are basically mapping the perception of the user, means what user basically wants from your system, you should do that. And gestalt principle is all about the visual, like layout, UI, cluttering, everything. It should be, there should be negative space, all the things should be organized. All these things covers under the gestalt principle, guys. I think it is clear to everyone. We have already covered this earlier in detail in module 2. Okay, I think it's clear to everyone. Nothing much, just a revision, guys. Others, we are good. Perfect. Now, so evolution of how SCI actually evolved. Okay, so here first in 1960s and 1980s, there was basically mechanical interfaces. Then in 1980s and 1990s, GUI comes, graphical user interfaces. Okay, like I can see, you remember those old computers, white color computers, all this. Then touch and gesture came in 1990 and 2000s. Okay, where you can touch like ATM and all these things came. Then in 2010 till present we have voice, VUI, voice user interface. Okay, now in 2010 also that motion gesture came, and immersive technologies like you're inside a virtual world where you can see all these things were there from 2010. A simple guys. Now a quick check, which fundamental of HCI is shown when a voice assistant turns the light on after processing a command. Okay, so you need to tell when a voice assistant turns the light on after processing a command. Okay, so it is natural interaction, user centered design, feedback, or interaction design. Means voice assistant turns the light on. A, B, C, D. Yes, Divakar. Yeah. Feedback. C. Perfect. Others. C. Yes. Perfect. It's C basically. So let me explain. So the correct answer is C, feedback. When the voice assistant turns the light on after your command, it is showing a response to your action, right? As I told you. So feedback is whatever the action that you are taking, and it is actually showing a response to you. Okay, guys. So when the voice assistant turns the light on after your command, it is showing a response to your action. So this response confirms that the system understand and executed your command. So that's called the feedback in HCI. So whatever you are commanding, and it is, if it is happening, means it is showing in response to your action, guys. Is it clear to everyone why it is feedback? One doubt for voice commands are handled to. Okay. Yeah. Kevin, okay. One doubt for voice commands are handled to ML or handled to ML or AI. Okay. Like, how does it learn to understand user? Machine learning. It's ML. It's ML. Okay, Kevin? Yeah, it's ML. So it is one of the part, and AI was there earlier also. Now it has basically, grown more. So earlier also AI was there. So machine basically, yes, machine basically learns from your command. For example, in chat gpt and all, if you use, so they will understand your wordings, like they will get to know what exactly you wanted to say. So they have started understanding your rhythm, your pattern. Okay, so machine basically learns your pattern and everything. So through this one they learns, and all this comes under ML, that is machine learning. Okay, perfect. Now, immersive technologies. Okay, overview. So, understanding emotion, it refers to the sensation of being fully observed or present in a simulated environment. Okay, means you are basically into a complete different world. Okay, so it includes sensory richness and interactivity. Obviously, means how you basically respond, how you basically sense. Okay, and that it also determines the depth of user involvement. For example, here you can see immersion in a 4D theater is when viewers feel like they are in the ocean. So they with waves crashing and shark. leaping towards them. Means with certain VR glasses, you are actually in certain different world. You feel like you are a part of that environment. So here, like you are fully immersed, you are fully involved in that one. That is understanding, that is immersion, and we'll see that. So what are basically immersive technologies? So immersive technologies basically is to create or simulate realistic environment. You feel like it is real, okay, that engages user sensors and immerse them in a digital world that feels real, as I told here. So you are totally cut off from the real world, you are into a digital world, but you feel like, hey, it is real, but it is not real. Okay, so they have the potential to revolutionize how you interact with and experience digital content. How basically revolution happening. Okay, so with the digital content, you will be able to how to say, you will be able to see, you will be able to feel, that you will feel like you are a part of that one. Okay, and you'll be able to communicate. So once you how to say, once you are into that world, you will feel like you are fully immersed, you are fully involved in that one. Now there are different types of immersive technologies. Currently, we have four different types. So first is AR, second is VR, third is MR, fourth is XR. Augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed reality, extended reality. Okay. Now, before jumping into this, let me first give a quick differences. Okay, then we'll uh, uh, deep dive into detail. Okay, so first talk about VR. So VR, you can think of a virtual reality, means virtual reality, not real reality. Virtual reality means you feel like in a virtual you feel like the virtual reality is actually real. Means for example, in certain malls and all, you must have seen certain chairs that is moving, people are enjoying with, let's suppose, with certain VR glasses. Some, I'll show you that, one second. I'll show you that. I'll show you that. Roller. You see, so yeah, like this, you see. So here, if you see this, so basically what happens here, they are actually sitting in a chair, okay, with VR headsets, and they will feel like, I'll show you that, like this. They are actually moving in the, like they will feel like, they are here in uh in a roller coaster basically. So what happens, they put the VR glass, sit on the chair, and this they are now actually into a virtual world, and you will feel like you are inside a virtual world. Okay, and you will be totally cut off from the real world. Means that virtual world will feel like a real one. So VR means you are into a virtual world, and you are totally cut off from the real world. That is VR. Now, what is AR? That is augmented reality. Augmented reality, that is AR, is basically through certain game, through certain device, for example, a smartphone. Okay, you can see the virtual object in a real world. Okay, for example, you bought a new home. Okay, and in that new home you wanted to see in your how to say, in your dining area, how the dining table will look like. So what you will do, through mobile or through your smartphone, you can actually see in the real world how it fits. Okay, you can see the best example is Pokemon Go. You must have heard it. One second. Pokemon. Yeah. Okay, you must have seen. You see, like this, like this. So you see here, you see. So through camera, you can see this. So your mobile, you can see this. Okay, so you can feel basically, guys, how. So yeah, so you can feel, guys, like a virtual object into a real world. Okay, the entire thing, for example, in a room. Okay, or if you wanted to how to say, buy new furnitures, or you wanted to prepare interior for a newly bought home, so you can see virtually how it will look like, okay, in the real home, okay, through this one. So through this mobile, you can see, once you remove the mobile, it will feel like normal, but with mobile, with that mode, AR mode, basically you will be able to see the things. That is augmented reality. Okay, so virtual means you are into a completely virtual environment, and interacting basically. Okay, you feel like you are in a roller coaster, you feel like you are in an ocean. Okay, that is virtual reality. And augmented reality means the virtual object you feel in a real environment, means you through a smartphone, you can see some tables in your study room, you can feel. That is augmented reality. This is virtual and augmented. Once you mix virtual and augmented, okay, it comes mixed reality. Okay, so mixed reality means, so what you are doing in augmented reality, basically you can see. Okay, you can't interact, but in mixed reality you can interact with the virtual this thing. You can interact with the virtual object. For example, I'll show you that also. One second. Word VR operations. Ha, you see. Not this. One second. Ha, one second. Yeah, you see. अबे यार. Okay, so basically, okay, no worries. So what happens is, basically I'll tell you. So in mixed reality, what this surgeons and they do is, as I told you, augmented reality means virtual object in real. Okay, so you feel like hurt. Okay, so hurt is a virtual. Okay, okay, because real you can't. So virtual object, that is a heart, let's suppose. Okay, they interact and they do the operation, means they can interact, they can see the valve, they can see what there are four chambers, right? They can see all these chambers. So they can interact with the virtual heart in the real environment, means they are sitting in the operation theater, and they can see the virtual heart, and they can interact with the virtual heart. Okay, so here what we are doing here, basically we are mixing. the AR and VR. Okay, so in MR, you basically interact with the virtual object in physical world, but in AR, you basically see the virtual object in the real world. Okay, and in VR, you basically jump into a digital world, jump into a virtual world, and you are cut off from the real world and you can experience. Now what is XR, that is extendable reality, is basically union, or you can say intersection or combination of, or blend of AR, VR, and MR. Means here what will happen is you will enter inside a virtual world, interact with a real object. For example, you will feel like, okay, in an environment you will feel like you entered inside an environment, and you can basically interact with the real world. For example, you basically you basically move inside a virtual world, and with real car parts you can interact, you can see. So it will feel like, hey, you are basically opening all the parts of the car. Okay, so in XR you basically entered inside a virtual world and interacting with the real world, but in VR what was happening, you are completely into the virtual world, but in XR you can enter inside the virtual world and can interact with the real objects. Okay, so it's that simple. Now let me see few chats. Yes, Alexa. Yes, games or experience. Yes, yes, perfect, Kevin. Priyank, they create depth perception and head tracking to allow you to look around. Yes, right. Pokemon Go, nothing really changes but augments the object. Yes, right, Priyank. In a Flipkart for Amazon, view it. Yeah, it's basically position of entire life chapter. Yes, yes, right, Kevin. Perfect. So I think it is clear to everyone. Like a basic idea. We'll go in detail. AR, VR, XR, and MR. Is it clear? Got a bit idea, guys? Others? Okay. Guys, got a bit idea? Just a knowledge, guys. You should have a knowledge on this. Perfect. Okay. Like Samruddhi, Ammu, Priyanka. Guys, you all are okay? Folks, you all are okay? Getting it? Bit idea? Okay, yes, it's yes, 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 yes. Right, Priyanka. Okay, perfect. Now, let me close this. Okay. Okay. Now, these are the types of immersive technologies: AR, augmented reality; VR, virtual reality; MR, mixed reality; extended reality, that is XR. Okay. Now, what is augmented reality? So, augmented reality, as I told you, is a technology that adds digital content. As I told you, it is virtual object. such as images, videos, or sounds to your real world view. Right? Means you can feel virtual object in the real world. Example, Amazon has an AR tool, okay, that allows you to see how the furniture, as I told you, and other home decor items will actually look in your home. Means through this one, you will see how the furniture will exactly look like in your home. Okay, means here this furniture is basically virtual object and home is the real object, or you can say physical object. So it allows you to see how the virtual uh, object will be there in the physical world or the real. Okay, here you can scan this one. I suggest everyone to scan this image. Go to this URL web.unitier.com and scan this. You will feel. Try this, guys. Try this quickly. Try this and share your experience over the chat. No worries, Sarika. We are actually covering AR VR, so we have just now started augmented reality. You can start from now. Okay. For the remaining one, you can have a recordings later. Okay, Sarika. Try to be focused from now. Yeah, you need to scan. You need to scan. Use your phone. Use your phone. Go bit zoom in. Go like cover. So go there, scan. You will feel something. Go and try this, guys. Yeah, that's cute. Others, I request everyone to try this. You will understand augmented reality. Go to that URL web.unitier.com. Scan this elephant image. There's a scan option. Yes, yes, Kevin. Others, guys, did you try? Yeah, Rahul. Okay. How was the experience? Sure, Prank. No worries. Others, just write one line about your experience. Go to that URL. No, no, Samruddhi. Uh, take your mobile phone closer to the image. Don't let background come in the scan part. Yes, 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 Rahul. Perfect. Perfect. Samruddhi, you got it? Uh, don't let background come. Only that image. Yeah, loading. Yes. Same, same. Priyanka, do the same. Let the picture covers entire scanning area. Yeah. Try this, Priyanka. Samruddhi, you got this right. Yeah, it's nice dance, Divakaran. Cutest, got it. Okay. Priyanka, you also got this, right? Priyanka, you need to zoom. Like, don't let background come. Don't let that white area come into the scan. Only the image. Others also please try. Divakaran has shared the image. Try, guys. You can feel virtual object in the real world. That is augmented reality. Priyanka, hope you got something right. Others also. Okay. Like you all are done, guys. Yeah, Divakana is saying if it's not scanning properly, try lower your laptop screen brightness and try. Not able to scan. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you feel like elephant is dancing. You can see that. Zoom in and then try. It will load. Okay, Priyanka. Others also, right? Guys, we all are good. Yes. Okay. Few more minutes, guys, so that others can try it. Yeah, Priyanka, it's super cute. Okay. Priyanka, I think you're able to do that, right? Yes, right, Samriddhi. Okay, no worries, Priyanka. Yeah, you can try later. What you need to do is scan the image. Don't let background come. Lower the brightness if needed. Okay, and try. Okay, Priyanka. You need to open web.unitier.com. Okay. Okay, Priyanka. Okay, you try it and let me know, okay, for any issues. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, Priyanka, no worries. You can try later. Okay. Let's come to the content. Okay, Priyanka. No worries in that one. You can feel like elephant is dancing and all. Okay, perfect. You can try. Okay, no worries. So here, um, uh, what exactly is happening is to create an engaging AR experience using Unite AR by designing a target image, integrating interactive 3D content, and publishing the project, demonstrating the process of enhancing brand visuals with augmented reality for improved user engagement and interactivity. So you can go ahead to the Unite AR and you can explore this, guys. Okay, so here in the augmented reality, what we have done is basically we understood like what it is, how the interaction is basically happening, and how you can experience the virtual content, or you can see virtual object into the real world. Okay, and to do this you need a medium, you need a device. For example, if you scan, then only I can see this. If you can't scan, you can't see this, it will feel like a poster. But with a medium, with an object, you can see it. Okay, so you need a smartphone, you need some device by which you can do it. For Pokemon Go, until and unless that smartphone is with you, you can see the Pokemons. Once it is removed, okay, or eliminated, you can't see it. So for augmented reality, you need that medium, and with augmented reality, what you can do is you can feel the virtual object in the real world. Now AR is clear to everyone. Kevin says yes. I need a quick confirmation if it says yes. Ammu, Samruddhi, Priyanka, Srinivas, Rahul, Hilda, Rusha, Rajiv, Alekia. It's clear to everyone. Augmented reality, very important, guys. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Good, cool, guys. So we are at 7:30 now, and once we are back from the break, we can deep dive into the virtual reality. What is VR? Okay, so before that, let's have a quick break, guys, for 15 minutes, 15-20 minutes, and then we'll jump into VR. What exactly VR, and then we'll proceed towards MR and XR. Okay, so let's have a break, guys, for 15 minutes or 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes, and then we'll start with the VR mode. Before going for the break, I request everyone to please provide your valuable feedback. I'm launching a poll. Yeah. Okay, please provide your valuable feedback and then go for a break, guys. Let me launch a poll. Okay, I have launched the poll, guys. Please provide your valuable feedback and then we'll start with virtual reality after the break. Thanks, everyone. Okay. Okay. Are we all back, guys? Okay. Sarika says yes. Samriti says yes. Others? Okay. Hope we all are back from the break. Okay. Okay. No worries, no worries. We'll give. I'll give more examples. I'll give more examples. I'll give more examples, guys. Yes, yes, yes. I'll give more examples. There will be more examples in detail. We'll touch base many tools also. Okay. I'll give you knowledge, a basic knowledge on everything. Okay. Perfect. Cloud design. See, cloud design has access limitations. It is not free, Kevin. You need a license to explore it. Yes, that is the limitation with cloud design. Even there is one more tool known as Aura Build. It is also very nice one for website builder. Basically, it also needs a license, a basic license. I would suggest everyone. Yeah, I would suggest everyone. Yeah, yeah. Please check Aura Build. Okay, I'll write. So Aura.build AI tool. Okay, but I request everyone to focus on Google Stitch and Figma Make. Okay, perfect. With that note, I'll end the call. Sorry, I'll end the poll. Okay, okay. No worries. We'll take a detailed look into each and everything. Okay, we'll clear the concept, and we'll also deep dive into many examples. Okay. With that note, let me end the poll. Perfect. Okay. So, guys, yeah, focus more on Figma Make. So, if you go and see in Chat GPT, like designers and even the non-designers also, they prefer to use Figma Make. It is like one in all in one stop solution for everything, like for design and everything. Figma Make is the key, like where you can use everything. Like you can generate through AI, you can copy the design, you can have the code, you can collaborate. Collaboration is one of the key in most of the AI tool, but Figma makes it super easy. So I would prefer to go ahead with Figma Make. I also suggest you guys to go ahead with Figma Make only. Okay, you can leverage other AI tools like Cloud Design and Aura Build and Google Stitch. They are also nice, but Figma Make is one like which I personally prefer, a good one, because first of all, most of the corporate is having that license, so no need to go ahead and buy something else for Figma Make. You will have this that inbuilt in the Figma license. First thing. Second thing is that in Figma Make, you can anytime copy the design. Collaboration is super easy. You can simultaneously work with your teammates, so it makes the task and project very simple. rather than other one. They might have certain other capabilities. I've researched bit on Google Stitch also. So Google Stitch basically creates one design.md file. Okay, so design.md file, you can think of a style guide. Okay, so that file you can use anywhere for having the same or consistent design system. Okay, and cloud design is also very nice, but you need a basic license, that from entropy. And nowadays, right, there are tensions. So uh, you can go ahead and use most of the features of Figma make. Okay, is that clear to everyone? Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead. So what is virtual reality? So as you can see, the reality is virtual. Okay, means the reality is not real. Yes, perfect, Samruddhi. So it refers to a computer generated, means it is not real. Okay, it is computer generated. So it is a computer generated simulation of an environment, means it basically creates an virtual environment for you through which you can interact. Okay, within seeming and real or physical way, using special electronic equipment like sensor fitted globes and all these things. So basically what happens here is, by using the VR headset, VR glasses, what you can do, you can interact with the digital world, which is purely fictional, means it doesn't exist exactly, but you will feel like you are interacting with it. Okay, you can basically uh, you will feel like you are in that world, you are a part of that world. Let's suppose if you are in a world of, let's suppose, a sea. Okay, so you can see sharks are actually, besides you, and all, you can feel all this. It will feel like a real for you. Okay, so examples of virtual reality is like Beat Saber utilizes VR to create an interactive immersive gaming experience that would not be possible in traditional 2D or AR environments. Okay, so Beat Saber is there, which is utilizes VR. So in malls, okay, as I told you, you can feel like you are in a VR world. Okay, let me show you some more examples. You see, you see, it's a virtual reality. Okay. Mhm. And this person basically controls. You see, you will feel like you are in you are in an environment. You see here. Okay, so something like this, you will feel like in a virtual world. Okay, like you see here, it feels like in sea, and here in forest. You see, you see. So here, yeah. So you feel like you are in a forest. Okay, that is virtual reality. You see here. Okay, you can feel this, guys. Okay, like this. So this is basically virtual reality. Means you will feel like involved. You will feel like a part of that world. Okay, so here the immersive activity aims to help you explore how virtual environments enhance user interaction and engage. Click on the image to dive into a 360-degree VR video experience. Use your mouse pointer to navigate through the video without the need of any VR device. AR Piano VR. Okay, you see. Now, if I go and click here, let me close it. Uh, okay, you see. You can see. So basically here, let me, okay, one second. Let me, okay, here, okay. And now you see this. Even if you see this also, you see all this. Okay. So let me close it. So basically, here you can use your mouse pointer to navigate through the video without the need of any VR devices. So here what happens is in the VR, as I told earlier, you will be completely cut off from the real world. For example, you can put the VR headset and you can see. Okay, so that was basically, guys, a VR. VR is AR and VR is clear till now. Quick one. Yes. Others, AR and VR is clear. Perfect. 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 Now let's jump to mixed reality. Okay, so as I told earlier, okay, so what exactly is mixed reality? mixed reality basically it blends the physical and digital worlds. Okay, means AR and VR will be blend, fused together to produce new environment. Means here we are creating new environment where physical and digital objects coexist, means they exist simultaneously and can be interacted with as if they were real. Means as I told you, in augmented reality you can see only, but in mixed reality you can interact with the virtual object in the real world. Okay, let's see example of mixed reality. Okay, Fragments is an interactive crime drama for Microsoft HoloLens, where you follow the clues to solve a mystery that takes place in real world. Okay, so it's something HoloLens is there. You see, the HoloLens leverages mixed reality to seamlessly integrate virtual objects like painting on a wall to enhance user emotion. Okay, so it's simple. Like here what happens is you will be able to interact. As I told you, most of the uh, time what happens in medical field is that newly appointed surgeons or new recruits, what they do is they create a virtual heart in the real environment, means in their operation theater. They create that, and from that one what they do is they perform the operation. So through this one they basically learn how to do the operation of heart. Okay, so they create a virtual object into the real world and they interact with it. Okay, that is this one mixed reality, guys. Now AR, VR, and MR differences. Okay, so here we have augmented reality, virtual reality, and mixed reality. Real world. So first, you see, in augmented reality, the world is real with a digital information overlay. Means you see, this building, I need a medium, okay, and he is seeing through this medium, through this smartphone, and he can enhance the, like he can see the visual details in detail. Okay, all the visuals, all the information, whatever it is, he can see that in detail. For example, 45 degrees Fahrenheit, all these things he can see. So he can feel the virtual information or virtual object in the real world. Okay, virtual reality is completely digital environment. Okay, means fully enclosed synthetic experiences with no sense of the real world. Means there is no sense to the real world. You are totally cut off from the real world. You are completely into a virtual world. Okay, and whatever is happening with you, that is not real, that is virtual, but it feels you like you are actually living it, means you are a part of it. Okay, that is virtual reality. Now mixed reality is real and virtual are intertwined, means they basically fused, blend, interaction with and manipulation of both the physical and virtual environment. Means here you are basically interacting, means you are doing something with virtual object in the real world. Okay, that is mixed reality. Before going to extended reality, difference type and this concept of AR, VR, and MR is clear to everyone. Any doubt? Perfect. Perfect. Very nice, Divakaran. Is it clear to everyone? Guys, give a quick confirmation. It is really important for everyone to understand this. Then only we can jump to tools. Okay. Amu, Priyanka, Hilda, Samruddhi, Rajiv. Guys, AR, VR, and MR. Any doubt? Anything? Clear? Perfect. Amu, no. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Tell me, Amu, what is the doubt? Okay. No worries. You type. That's okay. Amu, all clear? Let's wait, guys, 2 to 3 more minutes so that Amu can reply. Amu, all clear? Okay, perfect. Thanks, Anu. Thanks for the confirmation. Okay, now as you can see in the this one, sorry, extended reality. So you see VR, AR, and MR. In the center of this is XR. Okay, XR, the way user experience UX in the same way here X starts. Okay, XR, extended reality. So, what is extended reality? What is XR? So, it alters reality by adding digital element to the physical world or real world environment to any extent. Means what you are basically doing, you are basically interacting with a real object in the digital world. Okay, for example, you see user interacts, here you are interacting, user interacts with the XR interface and environment through these devices, smartphones and tabs, smart glasses and head mounted displays. Okay, so UI UX designer needs to consider this when they design for the XR interface or environment. I'll tell you. Okay, you see smartphone and tab. A person using a smartphone to view an augmented reality AR display of a blue chair with interactive shopping details in the modern living room sitting. Okay, so through smartphones and tabs you can do, or you can use basically Meta Oculus Quest 3, this HoloLens, or this HTC Vive Pro series or Apple version Pro. All these are there. Okay, so these are basically head mounted displays or smart glasses. It provides an immersive experience. Means you will be totally involved in that. Okay, and how you will be involved basically, you will be involved fully or partially. And how? By virtual or augmented environments. Means either you can feel the virtual things in the or virtual objects in the real world, or you can feel that you are into completely new world. Okay, and through that one you will be able to experience a complete new environment, and it will feel like a real but it is a virtual one. Okay, so before going to here, let me show you. You see, Pepperbirds, Pepperbird VR story. Okay, I'll show you. You see. So, Paperbirds is a $3 studios production, a 30-minute interactive story about a young musician in the search of a true inspiration. You see. Likewise, you can see this. So, this is how basically I'll show you. You feel this as a 3D. Okay? It's not anymore 2D. You see? 3D. First sketching is there, and now Toto. It's feel like in 3D. You see. Now you see this Azul. Now see this grandmother, grandfather. You see. Likewise, the characters are being built here in the Pepper Birds. You see. Okay. And here you see the entire this thing. Okay. It feels like in 3D. Okay. The entire thing you see. And 876 people like this. Now, in the same way, if you go here, I'll show you that. You see this one. Okay. The same thing. Okay. The entire thing, how, where all this areas, element, okay. You can see everything here with the control like this. You see everything here shown. Okay. With a mode. Okay. And here AR VR mall means like you can feel, you can go inside this mall like as a, how to say, you'll feel like you are part of this, like you are actually stepping inside this mall. And at this area, if you use augmented reality, it will show you all the information. Okay. So something like this people have created. And in the same way, okay, some realistic 3D things can be created. You can see that. And with VR headsets, you will be able to feel that, like you will feel like you are a part of it. Okay. And at certain point, if you scan, if you do something, through maybe some devices, some scanner, the way we have done for that elephant. Okay. It will give some video kind of stuff. It will give some extra information on that one. Okay. So with AR thing, you will be able to feel the virtual environment in the, or virtual object in the real world. And through VR, you can enter into a virtual environment, or you can say a completely imaginary, or not real environment, unreal environment, and you can see exactly, you can feel exactly like you are the part of that environment. Okay. So here a few of the examples. So through this one, you will be able to give answers to certain questions. You have a basic idea now, like how these devices work, what exactly is the human computer interaction, what are the things that is important for designing all these interfaces, all these interactions, what exactly is augmented reality, AR, VR, that is virtual reality, mixed reality, MR, and extended reality, XR. Okay. Now let's have a quick check, guys. Which reality technology provides a fully enclosed synthetic experience with no sense of the real world? Means person is completely cut off from the real world and you are totally immersed into a synthetic experience. Means a duplicate one. A, B, or C, guys. B. Priyank says. Other. Okay, Alakhya says B. Rahul says B. Quick guys, others? Samruddhi, Ammu, perfect. Yes. As most of you are saying B, that is correct. So basically, it's virtual reality because it completely blocks the real world and gives you a fully digital immersive experience. Means you are totally cut off from the original world, that is the real world, and now you are inside a virtual world where everything is actually virtual. Means nothing real, but you will feel like you are inside a that you are inside that world, you are a part of that world. Okay, now AR and VR development platforms. Okay, what are AR and VR development platforms? Okay, so we'll take a look also. So AR and VR development platforms, these platform basically empowers developers. Okay, so these platforms basically empower developers to create immersive AR and VR experiences. Means this platform basically helps developer to create AR and VR experiences. How? By offering versatile solutions for building interactive 3D environment. Means this basically helps developers to create AR and VR experiences by providing 3D environments, guys. Okay? By providing augmented content. What are the key features for these kind of platforms? Okay? So, so to deliver what exactly user needs, they need few things. Like first, they need that complete environment, that development environment where they will do the integration. Then they will need the extensions, cross platform support, community and support. Let's take a deep dive. Like 3D user interface, you see, 3D user interface. So you see 3D user interfaces, basically what it does, it is the environment, okay, where you will create a sense of presence and emotion. Means that environment, for example, I'll show you. You see. Okay, now with AR, what exactly is there? So here, these are the 3D components. As I showed you in the Behance, so with AR, you can feel like this virtual object is at the real world, and you can get more information about it. Or with a VR 3D environment, you will be basically in that world and you can interact. You can see, you can feel that one. Okay. In the same line here, if you see what exactly is happening here, it's basically creating a sense of presence and emotion. Means where you are going to basically involve the user. Okay, those things. Now if we give only presence, for example, I I given you one VR set, okay, and I've created a 3D environment of sea with lots of fish and all this thing. But let's suppose if there is no how to say if there is no sound, if there is no locomotion, if there is no vibrations, then whether you will feel it real, quickly say yes or no. No, right? No. Why? Yes, Divakran, right. So why? Because you will not feel real, because it will resemble like, hey, you are basically just seeing it, not feeling it. So you, as a designer, as a developer, when creating that environment, you need to create that understanding of presence. Means it is the feeling of being there in the virtual world rather than being aware of the real surrounding, right? So if you get that feeling, then only you will be able to, then only you will be able to, guys, feel it. Unless and until you are not basically feeling it, you won't be able to, you won't be able to feel it, guys. Okay, so to feel it properly, the the presence should be there. You will feel like, hey, like uh yeah, I'm into it. If you're not feeling that, if you're not understanding the presence, if you are not giving that how to say, giving that sense to the user that hey, it is there, then it is not complete. Means here psychological thing will come into the picture. If it's a stationary chair, then it is not going to work. It should be a moving chair. If it's a roller coaster VR environment, then you should feel like you are there, right? So that how to say, that understanding of user being present there should be incorporated inside the system. Okay, now there are different types of 3D interfaces. Okay, so one is augmented reality, as I told. Then second is virtual reality. We have mixed reality. We have 3D desktop and SUIs, means spatial user interfaces. Now first talk about AR interfaces. So AR interfaces, basically what they do, they basically bridges, means combines. Okay, see, this is the real road. In the real road, nothing is there. Actually, it is empty. But with smartphone, you can see some Pokemon is there. So an AR interface basically bridges the digital content and the physical world. Means it basically combines the physical world and digital. Means virtual object in the physical world. You will feel virtual object is there in the physical world. And how you can feel it with certain AR interfaces like smartphones, one of the best way, tablets or AR glasses. So the example here you can see Pokemon Go. So Pokemon Go, you all can try. It augments basically virtual characters in the real world through a smartphone camera. Means AR interface is this smartphone camera. This is the AR interface. If you remove this AR interface, everything is real. Nothing is virtual, right? But if you use this AR interface, in this scenario, it is camera. With this camera, what you are augmenting basically, you are augmenting a virtual character. And what is that virtual character? This Pokemon. We all know Pokemon doesn't exist, right? It is an fictional. It is an imaginary, a virtual character basically. And this virtual character basically, guys, you can feel it. Okay, where you can feel it? In the real world. What is the real world here? This forest or this path. So through AR interfaces, that could be smartphone, that could be tablets, or maybe AR glasses, you can see the virtual object in the real world. Now VR interfaces. Here, user can interact with virtual environment using the VR interfaces. For example, Oculus Quest VR games. What it does, it basically provides a virtual environments where user can interact with the 3D. You must have seen, okay, putting that VR games glasses and all these things and playing, you will be able to interact with the 3D objects. So like Oculus Quest VR games, okay, it provides these kind of interfaces. Okay, so these are the VR interfaces. Now MR interfaces, as I told you, mixed reality interfaces, it basically combines the AR and VR, and you will be able to interact, I mean to do something with the virtual object in the physical world. Okay, for example, here you see that person, this person is there, and this person basically, he is interacting with the virtual object. This car is virtual object, but if he wants, he can remove the tire, he can open the bolts, right? So some of the MR interfaces like Microsoft HoloLens, what it does, it allows user, so through this one you will be able to interact with the virtual objects. As I told you, MR interfaces is basically helping you to, right, interact with the virtual object, like placing a 3D model of a car in a physical room. Okay, now here a quick question comes. Let's suppose you are appearing for an interview. Okay, so now you know AR, VR, and MR and their interfaces. Okay, now if a question comes in front of you, maybe in the second round or maybe in the third round, when they wanted to judge your technical capability, so listen the question carefully first, and if having any doubts, please ask me. I'll again clarify. Okay. Now, my question would be, as we all know, technology is evolving. Okay. Based upon the technology you see around you, what is your thought about the technologies like augmented reality, virtual reality, and mixed reality? And what is your idea about this technology while using this for making the user experience better? What will be your answer, guys? Yeah. Now, what will be your answer? If they ask you the way technology is enhancing in our environment, what is your thought on these kind of technologies like AR, VR, and XR for increasing the user experience? Quick one. You can think of 2 minutes, no worries. But think and tell me. So it is just a reference, guys. It could be at anything. For example, voice assistant. Okay, nowadays, there are many things happening in the AI world, so they might ask you like, what is your thought in these kind of technologies? How do you see it for making the UX better? You can type in your answer in the chat. No worries, take your time. Let's take 5 minutes of time, guys. No worries, post your answer. Think first and then post your answer. Okay, I got some answers. Perfect, Priyank. Could you please elaborate more? Perfect, Kevin. Technologies such as AR, VR. Okay, I'll read one by one. Technology such as AR, VR, and MR enhances our reality by creating a new sense of reality of escapism, like the method of gaming, creating. Okay, perfect. Very nice, Kevin. Very nice. Very nice. Very good. Yes, very rightly said by Kevin. Once it will be accessible, the way earlier smartphone were not accessible to everyone, right? Like now in every hand you can see. So in the same way, when these technologies will be super accessible to everyone, like it will be super reachable to everyone, then you can see based upon the revolutionizing. Okay. Now it can be used in the apps that provide info about historical moments to experience. Yeah, Samruddhi, it is one of the use case, but majorly it will enhance the user experience in terms of feeling it. For example, now a guide is there and who tells you about, let's suppose, Taj Mahal. Okay, so you can only listen it, you can't you can't feel it. But with this technology, if something is there, you can go inside a virtual environment. Maybe he can create, Shah Jahan soldiers are basically creating the Taj Mahal and you can feel it. Okay, so these kind of experiences we can give to the user, and it will be actually giving an immersive. So that terminology you should remember. So with these kind of technology, you will basically give a immersive feeling to the user. They will feel like immersed, means they are actually drawn in that one. Okay, so they are basically fully in that one, no correction. So they will be able to feel it. Now, yeah, glance the dude. Yes, perfect. Yes, Samriti, perfect. Now, perfect, Priyank. Very nice. Very nice. I see these technologies are of ideal human being. As of now, it's not for everyone. There are a lot of physical challenge people, so inclusion of them. Hard part. Okay. We are currently in the start of designing a world of the single angel who can see a product and buy product without. Well, yes, yes, Divakran. I completely understand. That's why they are basically working on the accessibility, like for example Elon Musk, right? Working on the smart glasses and all this stuff, Mark Zuckerberg, and all this, they are actually working towards these technologies, towards these areas, and they will test and trial. Okay, as per the principle of HCI, okay, it should be accessible to everyone. As of now, not much, but it is there, available. People are using it, people are feeling it. Nowadays with the VR environment, the test drives are happening. Okay, so through this one you will be able to see it. So soon it will be accessible to a diverse user, and through this one, the how to say, the user experience of the user will be completely change. They will be able to feel it. Got it, Divakaran? So they are working on the accessibility part, and they will. I think that's clear, Divakaran, right? Yes, right, Divakaran. Okay, Sujit is saying combining digital world to real world things will be a big shift in the UX. Yes, Sujit, it will be a big shift, and it will give a very enjoyable experience to the user. Sarika, A 3D embroidered dress placed in your room that you could walk in on. Yes, yes, yes. You'll be feel like a you can touch it through this one. Okay, so let me see one thing, guys. 1 second. So that is there or not? Ha. See, click to visualize. You all see this. So this is Mahindra's latest. I don't say latest, but around 1 or 2 years back. Okay, let it load. Yeah. Computer only I can see it. Okay. So okay, from this is looking like this, from back looking like this. Okay. I can see the mirror is like this. I can zoom in, zoom out, all these things I can do. And right now, it's in day. I wanted to go for night, you see. Oh, it's like this. If I want to go to interior, I can switch to interior. You see, was it possible without all this? No. Right? And it is giving an awesome experience. You see all the detailing, everything, the the seats, even this and everything I see detail. I can go zoom in, zoom out. Even this daily is possible. And how is it possible? With this latest trends, this latest technology. See, I can go and see. Even you sunroof open, sunroof close. If I to exterior, okay, you see all these technologies, so nice. Even headlights on, headlights off, on, off. You see this, all this, with door closed, how it looks. I can zoom out and I can see. Very nice. I can see all this. See, this is there. Okay. Even on full screen, get complete glance. Oh, these are the things. Oh, this is very nice. I can go. Oh, this is the boot, right? I can see all this. This all detailings, even the lights, all this thing is there. So you see here now off on off. So so much of detailing work, the 3D view, you can see this. For this, you need to visit earlier, but now here this technology is in place. You can see this directly, okay, and you can feel it right in a better way. So don't you think so? These all are the technologies that actually make the experience better for the user, right? So, besides that question, you can say technology is enhancing rapidly. I can see lots of scope in this. And with this technology in place, what I feel is the user will be fully immersed into the feeling and they will be able to feel it and it will be a more enjoyable experience for the user. Obviously, the UX will be like at greater heights than the older way, but uh, it should be basically defined, it should be basically integrated in such a way so that they can quickly access it. It should be accessible to wide range of people, and there should be customizable options, and the full control should be towards the user rather than towards the system. It should be easy, UI friendly, and people can quickly use it. With these notes, uh, this uh, XR, AR, MR concepts are unclear to everyone. Give me a quick confirmation, guys, over the chat, like if it is clear to everyone. Then I'll move to the content. Is it clear? Any doubt? Anyone? Perfect. Others? It's clear? Answer to that question is also clear? Rajiv, Divakaran, perfect. Rahul says yes. Amu, Samruddhi, Priyanka. Samruddhi says yes. Amu, Priyanka, Hilda. Guys, super clear, easy. Concepts are clear to everyone. Perfect. Now, let's go ahead. So, it is 3D desktop. Huh. So, this MR interfaces. Okay, now 3D desktop interfaces. So 3D desktop interfaces expand 2D desktops into 3D spaces. Okay, so you see, this is the desktop view, but it basically expand into 3D spaces. And what it does, it basically improves the navigation and file management. And how you can do it? Through its organization. Means a 3D modeling and animation software where user can manipulate 3D objects on a 2D desktop screen. Okay, so you will be able to basically expand the 2D desktop into 3D spaces. That is basically 3D desktop interface. Just for the concept, guys. So here, as you can see, the 2D desktop is basically expand to the 3D spaces. Okay, that is 3D desktop interfaces. And after this, we have SUIs, that is spatial user interfaces. So what is spatial user interfaces? SUIs are basically the interfaces which enables, what it enables, the intuitive interactions, means the interactions which is intuitive. Okay, like but obvious in 3D spaces, where in a 3D spaces, and how it will be enabled? By using gestures, movements, voice commands like VR, AR, and MR. Okay, so for example, Google Tilt Brush. So Google Tilt Brush, what it does, it basically lets user paint in 3D space using a VR headset and controllers, right? So basically, what is happening here? Here, user is interacting with a 3D space, and that 3D space, how is interacting? He's interacting with a VR headset. Okay, so here basically user is using the MR technologies, right? And also with MR, AR, and VR is there in place. He can see the detail. He can find out the information more about that spaces, and he can interact with this. Okay, so these are few SUIs, like spatial user interfaces, but mostly AR interfaces, VR interfaces, and MR interfaces. So these interfaces are there by which you can actually experience these technologies. And nowadays, to be very honest, these technologies are enhancing in a very rapid way. The only thing is it should be reachable, like it should be accessible by all the varieties of user, or you can say diverse user. And also they should provide a easy control to the user, the way an application is designed. For example, if I have given a task, okay, and someone has given it a task to me to design some interfaces, design an application. Okay, so in that situation, I'll think how easy it is for the user to use this application. In the same way, these things should be very easy, or you can see should be customizable to the user, so that who the user is, maybe a techie or maybe a novice user, they should not feel like confused, they should not feel like stuck while using it. So accessibility is the challenge, like reach is the challenge, but once it will be carry forward of maybe after some time, or maybe after some years, when it will be carry forward in a way. Nowadays you guys go to the malls and you can experience it, but it is not at very advanced level. Okay, but once it will be at very advanced level. Okay, like the way every person in their day-to-day life uses it. Okay, then it will be like a very good user experience to all the people. People will be able to feel it, people will be able to, how to say, will be able to live with it. Okay, they will be able to see that in and out of this one, rather than just having an information, having a video or images on that one. It will feel like a real. Okay, they will be having more information on that one. Nowadays you must have you may be seeing certain catalogs, or maybe certain how to say, some brochures, where through AR headsets, or maybe through AR glasses, or maybe through your smartphones, if you scan certain objects, for example some dresses. Okay, so it will give an extra information about the dress. Okay, you will get to know all the sizes, all the variants, all the colors, whether it will be skinny, or it will fit, or it will be a loose, whatever it will be, you will get all the information about that particular image, the way that elephant was there, right? So in the same way you will be able to see it, even the 3D environment also. You will be able to see that all the details, everything will be on your command. You will give the command, all the information will be in front of you, and you will be able to see it in a way by which you'll get all the information about that one. Okay, so these technologies will evolve more, what I feel. And with that one, it will be super useful for the humans, or it will be super useful in every area. You will be able to feel it. For example, if let's suppose you have shifted to another house, and you need to see, right, whatever the furnitures, whatever the luggages was there in your old house, whether it will be fit or not. Okay, you can create those virtual objects, and you can see through augmented reality how it is going to look in the real world, means in your new uh, home, in your new flat, how it is going to look. And people are actually using it at various stages. Okay, so you'll be able to see that how it is going and how it is actually looking like. And with this one, your experience will be at next level, guys. Okay, so with this one we have covered AR interfaces, VR interfaces, MR interfaces, 3D desktop interfaces, and SUIs. Okay, so what you can do is You can create an AR expenses for car theme project. Okay, like Unite AR, you go ahead, upload a car image over there. Okay, as a target and incorporate some brand identity elements. Okay, so if you do this exercise, you'll be able to see how that Unite our AR actually works. Okay, you can even create some immersive AR content which actually enhances the user engagement, guys. Okay, so just go ahead in your free time and see how this Unite AR works. So with that note, guys, we are actually done for the content for today's, and I'll open this forum for any Q&A. Like if you have any doubts related to AR, VR, the interfaces, concepts, anything, you can ask. Post that, I think I'll go to Priyank. He has some doubts. And also, I request everyone to please provide your valuable feedback. Uh, Shupita ma'am has shared the link. Please take some time and provide your valuable feedback on this. It is super helpful for us, guys. So please do share your valuable feedback. Any doubts, guys? You can use the chat box to type in your question. All clear. Perfect. Very nice. If there are no more question, guys, then feel free to drop off. Okay, we'll meet tomorrow, the second class of this module. Okay, feel free to drop off. Uh, or if have any questions later on, you can ping me over Slack. I'll be more than happy to answer that question. Let me jump to Priyank. Priyank, you are there? Yeah, let me unmute you. Then we can discuss. Thank you, guys. Thanks for your time. Please provide your valuable feedback before leaving, or for any questions, please ping me over Slack. I'll be more than happy to answer. Let me unmute you, Priyank. 1 second. Thank you for joining the session, guys. Priyank. Unable to unmute you. Yeah, Priyank. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
So, I don't think I have any questions for today's class. I think,
No, you have pinged over the Slack, right?
yes.
Yeah.
So, based on my prior experiences, when we were doing some website UI or something, of course, I didn't have the knowledge of UX, but in terms of UI,
Mm-hmm.
the difficulty I used to face was that when I'm creating a particular section for the website,
Mm-hmm.
then what kind of element would look good there, or would be more, which will be more better to serve the purpose. So if I should use an accordion, or what should I use there, which would be visually also good, aesthetically good, and something which looks creative as well. So it fits into every aspect. That is what my question was. So
Okay.
although you
Okay.
answered that, although you had answered that, but what I wanted is, if we can probably look at a few projects that I've done uh, previously. Maybe
We
you
can
can,
share.
yeah, maybe you can see, and what I'll do is, Anand, I'll share those links with you, the Figma links with you, and then
Yeah.
you can go through them, and probably you take your time, and then tomorrow we can discuss.
No worries. You can share. So to
Right?
be to be very honest on that one.
Mm.
So first and foremost, there's a research part. Okay. So while doing the research itself, we get to know what kind of requirement our user is having. Okay. What
Right.
basically they are feeling. So the best approach for, so basically you are here asking about a general UI which fits in almost every cases. So
Right.
in that situation, one says there, like, simple is the best. So you should go ahead with those kind of UI element basically, which are simple, adaptable. Means in whatever the situation, let's suppose tomorrow my screen got divided into two halves. Okay, so in that situation also it gets shrink and come down. First, second, it should be simple. Means simply, how simply you can allow user to complete any task. And what is the first thing in that one? Number of clicks. Think, by using what element number of clicks will be less. For
Less.
example, for example, there are two kinds of accordion. One accordion is with up and down arrow. One accordion is with plus and minus arrow. Okay, up and down mostly works like one open, one close. Okay, and plus and minus works like on how to say, multiple basis, like you can open more than one accordion, one section basically. Okay,
Right.
so let's suppose if your user at the time of research, your requirement is like, your user demand is they wanted to see multiple content at a time. So what element you will choose? Plus and minus accordion, not that up and down arrow. But if you feel like content is too much, right, and it will distract the user, like at the time of interview you got to know they feel like neat UI, they don't want distraction. Okay, and at the time of designing, when once you got the content that it is too much for a single section of accordion, then you are going to use the up and down arrow. So likewise you need to think. However, you share all the screens over Slack.
Yeah.
I'll take a look and then we can discuss tomorrow. No worries, Priyank.
Yeah, yeah, sure. What actually used to happen is, when I used to keep things simple, sometimes, they used to come back to me saying that, this looks like a very templatized version. It doesn't look like, especially in case of a creative agency. If,
Mm-hmm.
like, I've worked in creative agencies as well. So they would come back and say that, it looks like a template which is from Theme Forest or something. It doesn't look very creative. So
No
these are
worries.
the kind of feedbacks that you get sometimes.
No
So
worries. You
what with this exercise, what will happen is that, one is that I'll understand that the effort that I had put in previously was good or bad. So we will look
Mm-hmm.
at it from a UI perspective, not UX right now. From a UI
Sure.
perspective,
Sure.
and then it will also help in you with your experience telling me that, Priyank, if you would have done this in this way, it would have been better. So I will know
Sure.
that, that what I've done previously and what you're telling me now, it will add value, and it will help me increase my creativity there.
Sure. Sure.
Right?
Let me go through your UIs and let me
Right.
analyze. and I'll give my personal opinion on that one. Okay, let's
Sure.
connect tomorrow and
I
discuss.
think I think I had previously shared a lot of my Figma
Yes,
links with you. You can
no
pick
worries.
from them. There was one solar project that I had done, Rhine Solar, RHINE Solar. I'll
Okay,
put the names here in the
yeah.
Slack.
No, you share me the links, like whatever the links you wanted me to just
I'll
go
do that.
through. You just put that once again, okay, on the Slack. I'll take a look.
Sure, we'll do that.
Sure.
Okay.
Perfect, Priyank. Perfect.
Okay.
Thanks, Priyank. Thank you. Okay. I think there are no more questions. Let me open the chat. Yeah, I think we all are clear. No worries. Thanks, guys. Thanks, everyone. We'll meet tomorrow. Till then, keep practicing UX. And for any doubts, please ping me over Slack. I'll wait for your links, Priyank, and we'll get back to you tomorrow after the class. We'll discuss. Yeah, thanks, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Okay, take care. Thanks, ma'am. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you for the wonderful session, sir. And thank you everyone for joining and participating. So you will find a feedback survey link in the chat. Your input is highly valuable to us. So please take a moment to complete the feedback. Thank you all. Take care.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.